Hello everybody, welcome back to Yakko Capital. This is BSV Charting. We're looking at the BSV dollar on the monthly, and I have Fibonacci placed from the bottom of the whole part to the top. And as we can see, we're at the 50 mark. We usually have our Fibonacci from that side where it brings us down to the 0.23, but I just want to take a look and see what's going on here. So I have a trend line also planted here of the low here and there. If it does go down, this is a very strong support, and having the Fibonacci here, the 0.382 is a very strong support as well. But what's a stronger support is the 0.5 Fibonacci. And we have our trend line that we drew here from a long time ago that is following this bottom here and these tops here. So after we had the rundown, we reached to the right near the 0.382 and we bounced right back up, and then we had a big drop. So let's get into the weekly. And this is what the weekly shows us, right? So we came down, bounced off the 50, went down near the 0.382, and now we're at the 50 mark again. Again, I'm using this Fibonacci, so you need to adjust it there. It's at 38.50, 38.47, so that's okay. Recently, you can see that in the past few weeks, we have MACD dropping really low compared to the previous ones where they were dropping here not as low. So if I put the line, you can see how the MACD is much lower now. If I was to move this to the recent drop, this is what it's like. Okay, so we're just trying to get back up to the 0.236. We hit up the 0.38 up here, and then we drop, and we went below 0.236. Another thing that's important is that we said when we dropped, we would look at where the stop would be, and so we used these trend lines at the bottom, the support, and then the top, the resistant, and we said that we would stop at 1.272, and it seems like we did. Okay. One thing I did also notice is that these drops right here, this drop, bounce up, bounce back, is very similar to this. Okay. Remember in the past videos we talked about patterns, and we said that these two tops and these two tops were patterns, and this part here was the transition. So if we look at that, it seems that after each pattern, there's a transition period. And this transition period is dropping like that, down, up there. And this is looking similar to that, dropping, up, drop, and then we're looking to go up. Okay, because we did make two similar tops here, but after the transition in the middle, we are making a new top compared to this one. Okay, a much higher one. So that's what I see here going on. And the previous drop in here before the takeoff was not as low as the previous drop that went off here. Okay, so we have a drop here in the transition, and then we're looking for here, maybe possibly there. If not, we have a lot of support in this area where I don't see it breaking down through here. If it does break down through here, then it's going much lower. Okay, you'll have this area to stop, and then possibly this area, but looking at 70.69, it's very tough to say. And then even at 37.50, it's very tough. Anyways, let's take this off the charts. Let's go now into the daily and have a look there. Looking at the daily, I just want to recall the patterns. So the first pattern is right here with the two similar tops. And the second pattern is right here with the other two similar tops, okay? And this is the transition period that we just talked about in the weekly. This is the daily chart. And then there it is, drop, bounce, another bounce, goes up. This is lower than the second one. And then here's the transition period here. We got the bounce, goes up. We're going to bounce again and then hopefully go back up. Not that straight up, but you get the idea. And here's the bottom of the first bounce. And then this is probably the second bounce's bottom. All right. This is what possibly can happen. And if we do that, then we are looking to take profit somewhere here in the 900 or even 700. But that's taking it from the bottom of the beginning. If we are looking to move the Fibonacci to the recent lows, so we can get a better idea, closer estimation, previous lows, and then the previous high, then we can see that our take profit would be actually near 750, and if not, in the area of 1200. Okay, I don't put another line exactly. Go a little lower just in case it doesn't reach the line. It's better to get out here, take profits, than to get out at the line and not touch the line, right? So just to better be safe than sorry. If we do miss out on 10%, it's not a big deal because it's such a huge gain from down at the bottom here all the way to the top up here. Calculating percent wise, if you did get down here, you're looking at about 400%. So even if you, instead of 500%, you get 460, 450. It's still 4x. It's not a big deal, okay? And if it goes even higher, you take out, let's say at the 1.27, you take out 30%, 40% of your position that you have on TDXP or whatever it is that you're trading on. And then you take out the other 20, 30, 50% at 1100, okay? Better than missing it out and not touching at 1250. So you lose that 50%, 10% as it gets higher, but it's better than nothing. And you always leave 10, 20% in your account just so that it can ride and probably go higher, okay? But there's always going to be reversals and bounces back down. That's how it is. That's how the market is. No matter what anybody says, the market never goes straight up. It'll always go up and then drop down, take a breather, and then it'll go back up. That's what it does. I've seen it over and over. No matter what asset you're trading, that's what it does. Even if it is BSV and even if it is a dominating technology, it needs to take a break. Whether we like it or not, the miners will sell to make their profit. Then they will take that profit, and I have a good feeling that they will use that profit to buy more miners, improve their facility, so they can mine better, faster, stronger, making the network that much stronger, that much better, and growing the BSV ecosystem. So it will go up around this areas, but then you're looking at it to go drop down and then go sideways and go up, and we'll go from there. But we're just looking at this area here, okay? And we'll take it one step at a time. Now, just a few more words about the BSV ecosystem. If you look at TSWAP up here in this tab, you'll see that, well, first of all, I don't have my wallet connected because the Volt wallet keeps disconnecting, so I got to keep reconnecting it and scanning the barcode, which is really annoying. It's not the same as Relay X. It stays connected. This disconnects. I guess it's security reasons or whatnot. But anyways, so this is very important for the space, for transactions, for creating liquidity and all, but it's very important to create money out of thin air. Okay? And what do I mean by money out of thin air? Just like the Federal Reserve does with their asset classes and their derivatives and debt and all that stuff, all that junk. So this is very similar to what Ethereum is doing and how Ethereum has grown so much. Even though Ethereum is junk, it's trash, it can't do anything. It's just all wishful thinking, speculation. We all know this is true, but people are still making money. People are still cashing out. People are still buying whatever they want after, right? People are still getting rich. So they use something called AAVE or AAVE. And look at this. This is just money out of thin air. I mean, AAVE is an open source and non-custodial liquidity protocol for earning interest on deposits and borrowing assets. Where is this interest coming from? Okay. Who's going to risk their money? Who's going to pay interest on these things? It's out of nothing. It just happens, you know? They mint coins and they pay you in those coins, and those coins have value out of nothing. But this is the new space we're in now. It's DeFi, and the banks are afraid of this. The government's afraid of this because they don't know how it works. They're afraid, and they don't want to lose their position. What's weird is you have different versions. So I guess this is, I'm new to this too. So AAVE version 1, version 2, AMM, and then this one here, Polygon. Okay. And what's weird is, okay, market size, you click on version 1, you got the market size here, $17 billion. Version 1, $1 billion. AMM, 22 million. And Polygon is 3.5 billion. And what's interesting is, you look at this market and you have DAI, okay? DAI is what they use in AAVE or whatever, but then you have all these other stable coins. And DAI right here, market size is 1.49 million. Version 2, 2.2 billion. Version 1, 109 million. And here it's 899 million. It's ridiculous. It's just, and they're all getting deposit APY, right? Yearly interest. I tried connecting my wallet. You can use MetaMask and other wallets. So when you hit enter app and you go to connect, and there's all these ones. I tried connecting it, and now I'm hitting browser and wallet to get MetaMask, but it won't. There's MetaMask right there. It won't go. So forget about it. But you get the idea. We need something like this in BSV. TokenSwap has started it. I did farm. You have to provide liquidity first. So you get the liquidity pool, TSC, BSV. It shows up on your balance here. Then it'll show here. If you have something here, then you're able to put it into a farm. And with farming, right now there's a total of 6.7 million. You get a return of 790% yearly. You have to divide that by 365, so you get the percent per day. And that's what you get on your staking, your farming amount. And then you just click harvest. You can move it back into the pool, put it back into farming. You keep doing that. But this percent will keep dropping. And then you can withdraw it. What's interesting with this is that this is its own price. So when you withdraw, when you click here to withdraw a balance, you will get like a decimal number. So 0.156 like that. But that may equal to 1 BSV. Because 1 BSV is worth 344 TSC. If you guys want a video on this, let me know. I'll make a video just to explain how I do it. And the mathematics. But I just wanted to show you that TSWAP does do this, and it's starting to do DeFi, and they mint coins, right? You put it in a pool, they provide liquidity. They are minting you TSC tokens, and you get paid in TSC, right, when you harvest, and they have a limit of that. So if you want to go check out that, you click on the logo up there, documentation, and you drop down to TSC economics, tokenomics, and they only provide 1 billion. Okay. Now, what's interesting is that, okay, TSWAP provides only 1 billion total supply, and then they break it down here. But AAVE or whatever, these guys, when you're staking on these different platforms, for example, Tether USDT doesn't have a total supply. these stable coins don't have a total supply. They just keep supplying. And that means that the APY ROI goes down over time. Basically, it's a pump and dump. They pump whatever token comes in. You get the interest in the beginning, month, less than a month, then you sell because it's junk. Everyone's going to get in. It's a pyramid scheme basically. And if you don't get out, you're going to be left with nothing. Okay? And the first people in get more than the last people in. So it's basically a pyramid scheme. But this is good because there's only 1 billion. I think it will keep going down though over time. Just because when it started off, it was at 2,000, 1,500, 900, 800. Now it's at 790%. Anyways, I found this channel on YouTube, Finematics. He's really good at explaining what Ethereum is doing with DeFi. And if you want to understand DeFi, yield farming, liquidity pools, watch his videos. They're interesting. They're good. It'll help explain a lot of the things. It goes partially in depth, but overall, it's a good video. It's a good place to start just to understand. And then you can do your own research and understand. So overall, I think if we do get more DeFi into the space and start creating more wealth for people that are coming in and staking and whatnot, just farming, providing liquidity, whatever it is, like TDXP does that as well. They allow you to provide liquidity. So if on TDXP you can do that, TSWAP you can do that. If more come in, more people will stake their BSV. And it'll provide liquidity, and then the tokens that are being minted or released, they will have value as well. You can then trade those in for more BSV, and it'll just start growing from there. So I think this DeFi thing that we have going on, whether we keep the name DeFi or pick another name, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just saying it's good for the speed of adoption. Imagine all these people here that are using Ethereum's junk find out that BSV has a way better DeFi system, way more honest, transparent, less pump and dumps, more secure, right? Like in terms of secure, and they don't lose their savings, it's more stable. They're going to start coming on to TSWAP or TDXP or whatever other new one they have. And that'll push the price up because that'll create a lot more volume, a lot more scarcity for BSV, right? So I'm very happy that there's DeFi now coming into BSV, and I hope there's more of it coming in, and that'll grow the ecosystem. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment, and if you do want to see how to do more liquidity pools or farming, let me know in the comments, and I'll make a video on that. Cheers.